it's not the done thing to laugh on a Saturday night, but the MAGAs are having a little bit of a tit for tat. And, well, let's be honest with you. Who didn't predict at some stage that VIVEK and TrUMP would fall out? You know, VIVEK has been literally, well, he's been trying to replace Ted Cruz, who lives in the, well, Ted Cruz resides firmly up the backside passage of a former guy. McCarthy was there, so VIVEK has been trying to occupy that space. And, well, it's come to that moment in Iowa when TrUMP has just decided who is going to be allowed to crawl up his backside and who isn't. And VIVEK has been, oh, how should we say, laxatived out. And it's not going well. It really isn't. What I will do is get a popcorn machine. First time ever, you'll be able to see popcorn being made. We really are going to make popcorn, and the other side of the screen you can see the SHIT show, which is giving us all the joke and is, wow, apparently contains people who'd like to be president of the United States. There. You have a choice. Vote for the popcorn or the clowns.
And you know what? Oh, I gotta watch myself and walk carefully here. I didn't wear my boots, but I'm gonna do this the right way.
This might be controversial to say, but I think that when I saw the disgrace that unfolded at the footsteps of the Capitol on January 6th, I cried. I was in tears when I watched on television that day.
Here's the hard truth, and nobody seems to want to acknowledge it. But it's what's happening in plain sight. And I'm going to ask you to open your eyes. They want to narrow this down to a two-horse race between Donald Trump and Nikki Haley, a puppet who they can control. Then they want to eliminate Donald Trump this spring or whenever it is, and trot their puppet into the White House. It's hiding in plain sight. We're not going to look back a year from now and say, oh, we were shocked that happened. I think we're going to look back a year from now and say, how can we not see that happening when every clue was hiding in plain sight? They're selling us the rope today that they're going to use to hang us tomorrow. And we have an obligation to this country to make sure that doesn't happen. I'm in this race because we have a duty to this country and the America First movement to make sure this lives on no matter what. It didn't start in 2016. It started in 1776. And the system has made clear they're going to have to stop at nothing. And I mean nothing. To keep Donald J. Trump out of office, I have pushed back against this at every step. I filed FOIA demands against the Biden administration, avoided Biden, Merrick Garland, Kel Jack Smith, those federal prosecutions. This week, I filed a Supreme Court brief laying out what I view as the best legal argument that the Supreme Court does need to hear in order to overturn Colorado's disastrous rule. I've pushed back against this at every step. I'm the only candidate who has said I would remove myself from Maine and Colorado's ballots if they eliminate Trump. And I've called on every other Republican to do the same thing because that's how we protect ourselves against this election interference. But at a certain point, we have to open our eyes and see the hard truth. And yes, our duty is to this country. So all I'm asking is to open your eyes, see the plot. It's staring us in the face. It's a hard pill to swallow. But sometimes the truth hurts and we have to open our eyes.
This has never been a Democratic or Republican idea.
These are not Democrat ideas or Republican ideas.
This is an American idea.
These are fundamentally American ideals.
Imagine they were driving a car and they drove it into the ditch.
If somebody has repeatedly crashed your car,
you can't have the keys back.
Do you want to turn over the keys to the same people who crashed it?
He said Russia in the 1980s are now calling to ask for their foreign policy back.
I have a newsflash. The USSR does not exist anymore.
You know, the Cold War's been over for 20 years.
It fell back in 1990.
A skinny guy with a funny name.
Who the heck is this skinny guy with a funny last name?
But they sense deep in their bones.
I believe deep in my bones.
E pluribus unum. Out of many, one. We are one people.
I have a dream that we can be one people.
And the policies we've adopted in this country are actually killing more people than climate change itself. No, we made it. Not true. Sir, we made a deal. I've seen it with my own Sir, you made a deal. You made a deal.
Breathe the smoke of the wildfires in our homes. Okay. How can you look us in the eye?
Thank you. Thank you.
Every year after year.
You had your chance. This is useful, actually, because this is what's affecting our policies across this country is a quasi-religious conviction in a philosophy that has actually very little to do with the science. Do you all know who Steve Koonin is? Do you know who? Excuse me. Sir, you made your point. You made your point, now you're undermining yourself. Do you know who Steve? You're lying to everyone's voice. Do you know who Steve Koonin is? Do you know who Steve Koonin is? That's good. Climate change. This is the climate cult. Right? The planet is not on fire. All right, guys, we're done with this. You've had your chance. You've made your point. You've made your point. At this point, anybody who wants, excuse me, anybody who wants to actually have an open conversation can stay. If not, you can show yourself out. So you've made your point. Now, would you like to actually, you asked a question. Would you like the answer to the question or not? Would you like an answer to the question or not? Because I think you are proving for the country the point that's actually going on this.
They are. And they will stop it. We're not going to let them get away with it. I've got fresh legs. I'm not wounded. They're not going to let this man do it. You know when you this is why because you think it's false. It's true. It's true. I think they will stop it. I am sad, but it's the truth. It's the sad, but it's the truth. So do your part. We can do this. We can do this. And I say, worried, and I'm fearful. My job that you don't have to play in this country. We're losing. It pains me to hear that. We need people like you. Young, vibrant, and that's where our fathers were. It's 1776 moments. I want your son. I will call. I'm in this country. I need your support. You do this. I'm going to do my part. Okay, you're picking at my shell. It's about this country. You want to save Trump. I'm telling you that. You haven't voted for Trump. You're sending him his own demise. You're falling into the trap. Country's falling that he's save Trump and vote for me. I need your support of the Iowa caucus. That's a good argument. It's not an argument. It's the truth. Do the right thing. I will consider. Thank you. For this country. Because the others. No, forget that. That's the truth. And I think you know it. This is what I just told you. That you know that in your heart to be true. Do the right thing on Monday. That's what I'm asking. Thank you.